All right, Austin Gibson. So the last time we were here, on September 29th, he pled not true to violations 1 and 1. So is that still the case?
No, Your Honor. My client wishes to change his plea to true to both the allegations.
All right. So we're going to go on the record. The court is calling 2019 CR 8096 State versus Austin Zachary Mark Gibson. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Lauren Espinoza.
Andrew Fraley to the defendant.
And are you Austin Zachary Mark Gibson?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you the same Austin Zachary Mark Gibson who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2019 CR 8096 for the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon on February 21st, 2020 for a period of 7 years? Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state.
Your Honor, violated condition number 1, on or about the 31st day of August 2025 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Austin Zachary Mark Gibson, committed the offense of criminal trespass in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that?
True.
Violated condition number 1, on or about the 31st day of August 2025 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Austin Zachary Mark Gibson, committed the offense of criminal mischief greater than or equal to 750 less than 2,500 in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that?
True, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violations 1 and 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 20 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of conditions 1 and 1?
Yes.
Court will find violations of conditions 1 and 1 true. State, what are you recommending?
Your Honor, at this time, state is recommending that you grant state's motion to revoke, enter an adjudication of guilt, and sentence to 7 years in the prison.
And defense, what are you requesting?
Judge, we're requesting to continue. My client would like to address the court.
All right, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Austin Zachary Mark Gibson.
All right, so what do you wish to say to the court?
I just want to tell you that I do accept a full range of, full responsibility for it all, and I do apologize to you in the court, and the persons of that business. I did react like this due to, lack of consistency on my medications. I do ask that I can get the help, to get this correct. I have a meeting scheduled with Miss Amanda at CHDS.
I apologize. I'm going to ask a couple of questions and go back. Before we talk about Amanda from Center for Healthcare Services, talk about what happened. You said you were inconsistent on your medication.
Yes.
You want to be more specific?
A lot of the inconsistencies would be, getting up very early for work, like 3 a.m. I wouldn't, out, just pack my lunch and out the door. And being there's time that my phone isn't charged or plugged in, or even the noise, because my little girl would like to grab my phone.
And so you basically stopped taking medication.
Yes.
And ever since you got clean and sober, when did you get sober?
I've been sober for a good while.
Ever since you got out of Lifetime, pretty much?
Yes.
With one minor exception, but you've tested negative on your UAs since October of 2024. So basically for the last year, you've been all negative on all your UAs.
Yes.
And you successfully completed Lifetime Recovery inpatient.
Yes, sir.
Successfully completed SATF before that.
Yes.
You had done the outpatient program before.
Yes.
Completed your UAs in the last year successfully. Done private outpatient with Lifetime, is that correct?
Yes.
And you're behind on your fees though, is that correct?
Yes. But I do have employment.
Yeah, but go ahead.
I do have employment that I can catch that up. I did have a vehicle that had a lot of issues, and it took a lot of my money, and that's why I couldn't stay consistent on the payments. But this job that I do know is a second chance employer. They have accepted me for employment.
So since you got off your medication, that's the real problem you're having.
Yes.
And what happened with this specific incident?
It was just time of day, it was hot, I just got frustrated. I outlashed towards just an inanimate object rather than a person. And, broke the fence, and I was looking for water for my radiator because I thought it was the radiator that had failed, but it was the water pump. So I tried to put water into the reservoir so that it could feed back into the radiator, but I didn't find nothing but like maybe a quarter of a cup.
So, but what happened was you were trying to fix that.
Yeah, I wanted to fix that, and I couldn't find a water faucet that worked. So I said, oh, you know what? I already broke the fence. Let me go to the roof. Let me see if I can find a run valve that for the HVAC system. Well, I found one. I tried to turn it, and it didn't work. So when I stood up, I slipped and I kicked the piping right there.
And what does that have to do with you being off medication? Talk to the judge about that.
That's just me. My mood swings have been. It's been a lot of up and down, and I never really understood how to talk to anybody about that. I would like to try to talk to my team there at the Center for Healthcare Service, but when I do call, a lot of the numbers, either when I call, they answer and hang up, or it sounds like a fax machine, like a beep boop beep boop boop.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
You've been before me previously for a violation of condition number 1.
Yes.
And whenever there's a violation of condition number 1, that's a new charge. So what was your previous violation of condition number 1 for?
I can't recall.
All right, could somebody look that up and tell me what that previous number 1 was? Because once you had a violation of condition number 1 for that time, the court denied the motion, and that's when you got sent to lifetime recovery. And the motion was withdrawn. So there was a previous number 1. Yes, what was the previous number?
In 2023, the new offensive assault was withdrawn on 2023, and conditions were amended to include drug court, lifetime recovery.
All right. So that was an assault. And who was the complainant in that assault?
It was my wife,
The name?
Claudia. Russian.
Yes. And now I have a letter, defense exhibit number 1, with her saying, there were some issues between you as far as you're not doing your medications.
Yes.
All right, continue. I'm just trying to get the sequence of events in my head.
Yes,
All right.
and it's just been there's not much else I could say about it. It's just I've had a lot of problems within myself trying to find either courage or cry out. I'm not sure, but I didn't know that I could even come to you. A lot of people told me in the jail that I could ask you.
No,
for the
because
help
let me
too,
just
but-
tell you, let me stop you right there. You're saying that you can't come to me. I
No,
don't believe that. And let me tell you why I don't believe that. And your counsel will tell you this. Everyone in this court who is placed on probation, I let them know. If they have an issue, let their officer know. If they feel as their officer is not addressing it, then you can come back to me. And every time that somebody's had a motion to revoke, if I've continued them, I tell them that. So don't start with, I didn't know I could come, because that's not true.
yes. Yes. And my plan is to get with Miss Andrea at Center for Healthcare Service, and explain to her my, issues that I've had personally, and see who she could get in touch with, like with the care team over there that I can follow through with.
Austin, if I could interrupt you, you met with somebody 2 weeks ago
Yes.
from Center for Healthcare Services since you've been in custody. Is that correct?
Yes.
And when you met with her, she talked to you about if you're released, if the judge is kind enough to continue you can go to Center for Healthcare Services.
Yes.
And they will plan a treatment and a care team around you.
Yes.
That's what you told me.
Yes, they will.
So it's not so much of, you're gonna talk to her when you get out, but you've actually met with her and.
Yes, and she's told me and 4 other gentlemen that they would do that.
And so what you're asking the court to do.
And I'm asking the court if you could kindly reinstate, if not, I accept full range. of the punishment of my problems here.
All right, state any questions?
Briefly, Your Honor. Mr. Gibson,
Yes,
at any point during this inconsistency you refer to, did you inform your probation officer?
do say again?
At any point during this time of inconsistency, did you inform your probation officer of that inconsistency?
It's been she's a very hard woman to get a hold of to start with, so. I mean, I would like to talk to her, like, I would want to tell her things like that, but she would always say like, no, it's not, that's not for me to deal with.
But my question is, did you make a text?
Yes,
Okay. And then prior to August 31st, 2025, did you have contact with Center for Healthcare Services regarding this inconsistency? Or did you make a text too?
yes,
Yes. You mentioned that you were attempting to get water, correct?
yes.
On or about August 31st, 2025, was the Wallace Bank open?
No.
Were there
I
other
don't think-
businesses around?
There was a Jason Sedeli, I believe, but I had asked somebody like from the parking lot, like, hey, can you help me with some water? They looked at me like I was crazy, so I was like, I'm not even gonna attempt to.
Would you agree with me when you jumped the fence for the Wallace Bank, you had 2 jugs of water with you?
No, I had an empty bottle.
So at no point you didn't pour water on yourself throughout the
I
time?
poured water on myself, yes, but it was that was very hot water.
So you would agree you came? to
Yeah,
the Wallace Bank with
yes,
water?
with water, yes. But I needed more water.
Mr. Gibson, would you agree with me the best way for someone to learn a lesson about consequences for them to take full responsibility for their actions?
Yes.
No further questions.
Nothing further.
All right. So, probation, on this case, can you tell me, was there any restitution that was due Vincent Arias and Victor Toro? All right, so, Mr. Gibson, what I can tell you is I read the letter from Ms. Rushing. There is nothing else I can do to help you. And let me explain to you why. This is not your first motion to revoke. And each motion to revoke that you've had with me has been your having a new case. So the first time, you're of course on deferred adjudication for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. And the first time was an assaultive case against, you say, your current wife. And that motion was withdrawn. I'm assuming it was withdrawn because maybe she didn't want to come forward, or maybe there wasn't enough evidence. I'm not saying either way. I'm just saying that with regards to that, that issue was addressed by withdrawing the motion. And when that motion was withdrawn, the first thing was a referral to felony drug court. And if you were not accepted there, a referral to lifetime recovery. And before that, you were sent to SATF. So there is, and then, well, actually, you've had more than one motion to revoke. So you had a motion to revoke in 2020. That was a violation of condition number 1. The court found that true after your plea of true. You were denied an alternate amended with a TAP evaluation follow recommendation. Then on November 2020, you're like, hey, I'm ready for treatment. Let me do it. And I said, okay. And that's when you were with your new wife, and there was supposed to be no harmful or injurious contact with her. And then after that happened, then there was a motion to revoke that was withdrawn, and they alternately amended conditions to include no contact with Claudia Rushing. And here we are with another number 1. And based upon the state's cross-examination and your answers, this wasn't about your seeking water. You had 2 jugs of water, and you actually poured water on yourself instead of pouring it in your vehicle. So as previously stated, the court is finding 1 and 1 true. The court is going to find you guilty. The court will revoke you. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. There's to be no residing in any household with minors.
Why is that?
There is to be no unsupervised contact with minors. And the court is going to have the previous conditions that were previously given. There's to be no contact with Claudia Rushing. Vincent Arias. And Victor Tovar. I think it's Tovar, Tovar. And the court is going to sentence you to 10 years in the prison. The court will give you credit for any time served. Credit for any time served for successful completion. Thank you. All right, if you'll let the clerks know. Successful completion of inpatient treatment. Court will recommend therapeutic community. Therapeutic community doesn't increase the time that you're in custody. It's just to provide you with help with your sobriety. Going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? All right, you do have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you are in deferred adjudication.
Quick question.
Sure.
That my wife is all I have out there, and I understand that, you know, what I did was wrong, but she's the only person I have.
So here's the thing. I understand what you're telling me, but what I'm telling you is based upon the allegations of your previous assault against her. You all agreed that the motion would be withdrawn, and this is from 2023, I believe. You agreed that it would be withdrawn and that there be no contact with her. So the court is following the previous condition.
Please let me at least talk with her, because that's my daughter, you know. That's my family. That's all I have.
No, in the letter that I received, she states in that letter that those are her biological children, not your biological children, that you have a biological child with someone else.
Oh, it's with her.
No, that's not what's in the letter.
With Claudia?
Yeah.
Rushing? Yes, I have a little girl, Athena Gibson.
That's
with
not
her.
what she put in the letter.
Yes, I have a biological daughter with her, Your Honor.
Well, what I'm telling you is when you're released, you're not allowed to have any contact with her. When you're at the prison, you're not allowed to have any contact with her. You're not allowed to have any unsupervised contact with minors, and you're not allowed to reside in any home where there are minors. And that's based upon the letter that was presented to me. That's based upon your current actions.
And
Judge, could we modify that to allow him to have contact with his biological daughter?
No unsupervised contact with minors. All right, thank you. So sometimes you can only do what you can do to help people. And when people are placed on probation, your goal, once they're placed on probation, is for rehabilitation. And then at some point in time, there's nothing else that you can do. And many times when I do no residing in household with minors is because there are issues with him. Now, the letter that was presented to me to read, in that letter, she says he's off his medication. Sometimes he's violent. Then why is he living in a household with the children when he's not on his medications? And so that's a danger. And part of my duties is, yes, I can place people on probation, but if they're going to be on probation, I have to craft conditions that will protect the public. And many a time, for example, he's going to prison for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. He has drug issues. He has, violent tendencies. There is going to be some woman in the world who's going to think he's a great catch, and they're not looking after their children. For example, his previous case where there was a new number one, that was involving the lady that he's saying, oh, I need to have contact with her. And in the letter I read, there was so much in there where he should not be having contact with her, but she's still making excuses for his behavior. And then when you have children who grow up around that, they think that that's normal. And so if they believe that the father, the mother loves their spouse, right? And they're being violent towards them, then they tend to think that's how you show you love somebody. So I do my part. All right, Ronnie Demus.
Judge, good morning. May I approach the bench?
Yes. And Ted Wood he does criminal cases as well as child protective services cases. And he does treatment court as well. So he'll be able to tell you the things that he's seen on CPS side and about adults not making great choices for their children.
Which, just by the way, the court's edification, felony drug court is like the highlight for me.
Yes.
Because I get to watch people check you.
Oh, yeah, felony drug court is great. I remember I started out as one of the original attorneys of felony drug court. And when we started, we would chase people down, be in this program, and then we would pick them up and take them to rehab. So it was great. Yes.
I'm here on Mr. Dean's, Judge. As you'll see to my left and to my right, I'm standing here alone.
Okay.
He called my office, and I believe he called your one of your clerks and informed my office and your clerk that he was in the hospital. I called him back, the number he left him a message saying, you need to bring documentation, because if you don't, it's not going to go well for you.
Yes.
So,
All right. So if you know what hospital he's in, you're an officer of the court. If you reach out to the hospital and call them and they say he's there, then, I will take that. But just his saying it, no. So I'll give him till 11:30.
very well, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes.
I gotta go to some other courts. I'll reach out to him on the phone, see if I can get him again. Okay, and I'll report back to the court.
All right. Thank you. All right. Emmanuel Gonzalez. Hello, Mr. Gonzalez. All right. Yes. All right. They're saying that they're dismissing your case because the complainant doesn't want to go forward and the complainant is waiving prosecution. This is what I'm going to tell you. Oh, do you have any objections to the court signing this?
No.
All right. Sometimes people have objections. And so this is what I'm telling you. Complainant waiving prosecution, that doesn't mean that the state is saying they don't have any evidence for this to go forward. It just means that the complainant has said, I don't want to go forward with this. So whatever issues that are developing between you and this complainant, maybe that is a person that you all should not get to be together. If there's some kind of anger issues that are going on, you need to take care of that, because otherwise, you know what's going to end up happening? You're going to be right back here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court. Yes.
Thank you.
All right, Christian Garza. Oh, you heard.
Just giving you a heads up on this one, we had filed a motion to reduce bond. I've spoken to the state. Other factors have come up. We are withdrawing the motion.
All right, so we'll go on the record. The court is called 2025 PF 35204, State versus Christian Garza for the defense.
John Pettis.
And are you Mr. Garza? All right, and defense, you have a motion for bond reduction that has been filed. And what is the status?
We're withdrawing that motion.
All right, then the motion will be withdrawn. Is there anything else?
No, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
So basically, what that means is sometimes, for example, they were asking for a bond reduction. There may be some more information, or it could be maybe he has other cases that are coming down or pending. But once the defense has conferred with the state, they decided they don't want me to hear the motion to reduce bond. And so they withdrew it. Now, just because they withdrew the motion doesn't mean that they can't come back and refile it and ask for it later. but for now, we're not going to hear it. Jonathan Carter? Hello, I'm doing great. So, State, did you tender an offer?
We did, Judge. We'd actually had a prior offer and then I gave a new offer this morning after negotiating with defense.
All right.
Time to go over that with the employer and everything like that, Your Honor. I don't believe it's either party's intention to take this thing to trial. We're not trying to drag this thing out. We just need a little bit more time.
All right, Ms. Ferguson. Set this for October 16th. That's your final plea deadline date.
Yes, sir.
All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. All right, Jesus Suarez Marino. So this is a motion. He's requesting a bond reduction. His next court date is October 20th, and that's for discovery. All right, the court is calling 2025 CR 007922, State versus Jesus Suarez Marino. I believe this is family violence.
Yes,
All right, can I have parties announced for the state? Defense?
I'm here by the end of the.
And are you Jesus Suarez Marino?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so his current bond is set at $125,000. What are you requesting for the reduction of bond?
Well, Judge, I think 50,000 would be fair.
All right, so you're requesting 50,000. And State, are you going to be opposed to the reduction?
Yes, we are, Your Honor.
All right, defense, do you have any evidence?
I do, Judge.
Yes.
But my witness is unavailable today, so I will need to withdraw the motion or reset it for another day.
All right, when will your witness be available?
I have to get a hold.
All right, so what we can do, is your witness able to appear by Zoom?
Okay.
All right, are you gonna object to their witness appearing by Zoom?
No objection.
All right, so if you'll speak with Ms. Ferguson, and that way we can take care of it today. If you feel more comfortable with them being in person, just let us know. We can reset it, or otherwise they can appear by Zoom.
I would prefer to reset it, Judge.
All right, so Ms. Ferguson, this motion will be withdrawn, and we're still on the record, correct?
Yes.
All right, so defense, are you withdrawing the motion to reduce bond?
I am, Your Honor.
All right, the motion will be withdrawn. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so the next case I have, it's for sentencing. So what ends up happening is if attorneys want a PSI, that's a pre-sentence investigation report. It tells you some information about the defendant. The complainant gets to say how they feel about things, and it will tell you the defendant's criminal history, whether or not the defendant has some drug issues, and then it gives the defendant a chance, if they want, to give their version of what happened, and then you have an official version. And the official version is usually just the probation officer reading the police reports. Yeah. All right, are the parties ready on Troy Xavier Trevino?
Yes, Justin.
All right, the court is calling 2025 CR 007063, 2025 CR 006031, 2025 CR 007000, State versus Troy Xavier Trevino. Can I have parties announce?
Rick Pena for the state of Texas.
Travis Kettner for Mr. Trevino, Your Honor, we're ready.
And are you Mr. Trevino?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Just one moment, off the record for a moment. Deputy Lord, if you could move them down to the other end. All right, we're back on the record. And in each of these cause numbers, you entered a plea of no contest. In the cause number ending in 6-3, you entered a plea of no contest to count 3. The state waived counts 1 and counts 2. And 3-1 and 0-0, you entered a plea of no contest. Oh, and I'm so sorry. We also have 2025 CR 007003, where you entered a plea of no contest. Just one moment. Did you enter into a plea on 2025 CR 0063031?
That's going to be TIC as part of this.
All
plan.
right.
Yes, that's correct.
So then there's a correction. The defendant did not enter a plea in 2025 CR 0063031. That is a case that will be taken in consideration. The defendant did enter a plea of no contest in 2025 CR 0070003. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report in each of these cause numbers?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections to the PSI?
No, Judge.
None from the state.
None from the fence.
All right. Does anyone have any witnesses?
We do, Judge.
The state does not have anyone to say, it only has argument.
All right, defense, you may call your witness.
Judge, we're gonna start with Maria Trevino.
Good morning. All right, just make sure you keep your voice up. It's so that the court reporter will be able to hear and so that I'll be able to hear as well. All right, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
Maria Trevino.
All right, defense, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. Ms. Trevino, how do you know Troy?
Troy Trevino is my nephew.
And so how long have you known?
Always.
Have you, and of course, you're aware of why we're here today, correct?
Yes, sir.
And so you know the nature of the charges against them?
Yes, sir.
And it's certainly you know that two of them involve an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Yes.
Were you surprised when you heard that Troy had been arrested?
Yes, sir.
And why were you surprised?
Because that is not character of my nephew.
To your knowledge, had he ever been arrested before these incidents?
No, sir.
And you know that why we're here today, right?
Yes, sir.
So Judge Boyd is gonna sentence him based on kind of the situation, all the different charges today, correct?
Yes, sir.
And if he were to receive probation, which is obviously what you want,
Yes, sir.
would you be knowing about how probation works, be able to support him and assist him with probation?
Yes, sir. 100%.
Are you afraid of him?
No, sir. Not at all.
Are you worried about having him in your home?
No, sir. Not at all.
And so if you needed, you know, if he needed a ride to one of his classes, was that something you'd be willing to do?
Yes, sir.
Or borrow a little bit of money?
Yes,
Some
sir.
of these things cost money. And you understand that as part of this, he has acknowledged he has a drug addiction problem, is that right?
Yes.
And so do you use drugs
No, sir.
and you maintain, do you live near him?
Yes, sir.
And is your home nice, clean, drug-free home?
Yes, sir.
And so knowing all this, you would like to ask the judge for probation, is that correct?
Probation. Yes, sir.
We'll pass the witness, Judge.
Dave?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, Mr. Revere.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you for coming this morning. I have a few questions for you. You said that Troy is your nephew, correct?
Yes.
So, like you said, you've known him his whole life, right?
Yes.
Have you ever known of him to be violent?
No, sir.
Have you ever known of him to be violent towards women?
No, sir.
Did you know that he owns a gun?
No, sir.
So you never seen him with a gun before?
No.
You ever seen him in possession of any type of drugs?
No, sir.
Have you ever seen him under the influence of anything?
No.
Okay. Have you ever seen him abuse alcohol before?
No, sir.
Ever appear drunk in front of you?
No.
How familiar are you with the facts of these cases that he's here for in court today?
In my heart, like, you're saying facts.
Well, let me ask you this way. Has anyone talked to you about what happened on these 2 days between Troy and the victim incidents? Okay, so you kind of have a little bit of an idea of what happened. Are you aware that he threatened her life?
Yes, sir.
Are you aware that he threatened to kill her whole family?
No, that I didn't.
Okay. Are you aware that he used the gun on her?
No, sir.
Are you aware that he put that gun in her mouth and threatened to kill her?
No, sir.
Okay. Are you aware that he choked her?
No,
Are you aware that he choked her to the point where she almost passed out?
on that one, he had posted something on social media.
Okay, so you kind of had a little bit of idea about that?
Mhm.
Okay, and you are aware that both these incidents only took place a few months from each other, correct?
No,
Okay, so do you understand one of them happened in January and one of them happened in March of this year?
no, she didn't state when that happened. She put it on Facebook.
But you are aware that there are multiple instances of violence by Troy towards the victim, correct?
Yes,
Okay, I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
We have no further questions for this witness.
All right. Any objections to the court asking a question?
None from the state.
No, Judge, thank
All right. Have you had any contact with the complainant?
excuse me.
Have you had any contact with the complainant?
I think she might.
you.
No,
Oh, sorry. And does your nephew have any children?
no, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Any other questions?
Judge. we
I'm
got-
sorry, any other
Yeah, we got
witnesses?
Just a couple.
Oh, no problem. Call your next witness.
And intervene.
Hello. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning. All right, could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand if you'll state your name for the record.
My name is Landon Flores.
All right, defense, you may proceed.
Landon, how long have you known Troy Trevino?
I've known Troy almost my whole life.
And how is he related?
Oh, hold on one second. He needs to speak or speak.
Troy's my cousin.
And you're aware why we're here today, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you're aware of the charges that Troy has pleaded guilty to, correct?
Yes, sir.
And of course, you know that they are very serious, including aggravated assault
Yes, sir.
and what they would call family violence, choking,
Yes, yes, sir.
brought up by the prosecutor with the last witness. Knowing this, are you afraid of Troy?
No, sir.
And prior to him being in jail, did you all spend a lot of time together?
Yes, sir.
And it's you all about the same age?
Yes, sir.
Prior to these problems, have you ever known Troy to be in trouble?
No, sir.
Did you go to high school with him?
For a couple of years.
And during that time, was he a good student?
Yes, sir. He would attend all his classes and he was mostly focused on baseball.
And in fact, he lettered in baseball, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And he graduated from Lanier High School, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, part of why we're here is we're asking the judge to place Troy on probation, you're aware of that.
Yes, sir.
If he was placed on probation, you feel like you could be supportive of his time on probation?
For sure.
So one of the questions we asked Maria earlier was, if he needed to ride somewhere to go to a class, is that something he's willing to do?
Yes, sir.
And he doesn't live, right?
No, sir.
But he doesn't live near you.
Yes, sir.
And so you're asking the judge very respectfully to place him on probation.
Yes, sir.
Have some witness.
State any questions?
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning. You said your name was Landon?
Yes.
Okay, my apologies. I just missed
No,
your
you're
first name.
good.
And you're Troy's cousin,
Yes.
like first cousin?
Yes.
Okay, so you've known him his whole life?
Yes.
You guys ever hung out together?
Yes.
How often?
Saw it a few times. We've been fishing, had a sleepover when growing up. Me, him, my brother.
Okay, so sleepovers and fishing, so you guys grew up together?
Yes, sir.
Did a lot of activities together?
Yes, sir.
And you said you went to high school with him for a little bit? And you said he played baseball, right?
Yes, sir.
Did you play baseball as well?
Yes.
So you guys were on the team together?
No, for high school, no. I stopped playing baseball, but growing up, yes, we played baseball together, baseball and football.
Gotcha. Okay, so just growing up like out home fun, you guys had playing football and baseball together, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, I see what you're. Are you familiar at all with the facts of what happened in these two cases?
Kind of, not really, because when I found out everything happened, there's like, oh, this like. Totally, yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this. Did you ever know about Troy being in a relationship with the victim?
Yes, I knew of her.
Have you ever met her before?
Yes.
Have you ever known Troy to be a violent person?
No, sir.
Is there a violent towards you at all?
No.
Other than maybe normal childhood roughhousing stuff?
No, sir.
You ever seen Troy use drugs?
No, sir.
You ever seen him use alcohol?
No,
So you guys never drank together or anything like
no,
that?
sir. I don't do none of that stuff myself.
That's good. I'm glad. Thank you. Um, so would it surprise you then, like I asked, your aunt, I guess, is she your mom or your aunt?
That's my mother.
That's your mother. My apologies.
No, no, you're-
Would it surprise you, like I asked your mother, if there are facts alluding to the Troy putting a gun in the victim's mouth
Yes,
and threatening to kill her,
yes,
threatening to kill her whole family?
yes,
That would surprise you?
yes,
Okay. Would it and surprise you that he choked her,
yes, sir.
almost to the point of her losing consciousness?
Yes, sir.
But other than that, you've never seen Troy be angry before?
No, sir.
All right, I'll pass the witness round.
We have no further questions for this one.
All right, thank you so much for coming down.
Our next witness, Your Honor, is Maria Farias.
Maria Farias.
Angie, excuse me.
All right, sorry, Angie Farias. And State, do you have that dismissal?
I do. I was gonna tender it after if you want me. Okay.
Hello,
Hi, good morning, Your
good
Honor.
morning. Could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can lower your hand if you'll state your name for the record.
Yes, my name is Angie Farias.
Thank you so much for speaking up. All right, defense?
Yes. Ms. Farias, how do you know Troy?
Troy is my godson,
And he's also your nephew,
and
correct?
he is also my nephew, yes.
How long have you known him?
Oh, right.
And during that time, have you ever known him to be in trouble?
No,
At the time that all this happened, were you aware that he was working?
yes.
You know where he was working?
I want to say it was some company that dealt with like construction and demolition.
To the best of your knowledge, was that a full-time job?
Yes, very full time.
Now, you're aware of the reason we're here today, correct?
Yes, I am.
And you know that we're gonna be asking the judge to place Troy on probation, is that right?
Yes,
Now, if he's placed on probation, he's gonna have rules that he needs to follow, things he can do, things he cannot do. You're aware of that?
yes, I am.
Are you willing to assist him in meeting his responsibilities of probation?
Most definitely.
So for instance, if we thought before, if he needed to ride somebody,
Yes, I would be willing to provide transportation.
if he needed a little bit of money, they have, different fees and services and things he would need to pay for.
I too would also be willing to assist with that.
Do you live near him?
I do.
Are you afraid of Troy?
No,
Now you're aware of the charges that he's pled for which he has pled guilty.
yes,
And so you know they are very serious
yes,
and you know they involve violence.
yes, I do.
But even knowing that, you're not worried about being around him or anything.
Not at all.
We're absolutely.
Good morning, ma'am.
Hi, good morning.
Ms. Farias.
Yes.
Troy is your nephew?
My godson, my nephew, yes.
My nephew Godson. Okay, so you've been involved with him his whole life then, right?
Whole life.
Okay. How was he growing up?
How was he? How was he?
How was he growing up? Yes, towards you, towards the family, things like that.
Very loving, respectful, active, fun, playful.
Ever show any anger towards you or the family?
No, never.
Ever seen him act out before?
No,
Did he ever have any trouble in school?
never.
Okay. So do you know how it came about that he became in ownership of a gun?
No,
Okay, so you never knew he had a gun?
I did not.
Okay, did you ever know of him to have a drug problem?
No,
Okay, so that surprises you that he does
Yes.
use drugs
very surprised.
and alcohol as well? Okay. Are you familiar at all with the facts of what happened?
Yes,
Okay. So you are aware that he put a gun in the victim's mouth?
I didn't have all the specific details, but I did know that he was put in jail. After speaking with my brother and my sister-in-law, they did briefly give me some of the information of what occurred, but I did not know about
Were you at least aware that he was in a relationship with her?
yes,
Did you ever meet her before?
yes,
Did you ever see them together?
yes.
Did you ever see any signs that caused you any concern for you between the two of them?
My personal opinion,
Yes, please.
yes, even at family functions, I mean, they got along well in front. And maybe just something from not having given I'm thinking of Thanksgiving, not giving the right beverage where it was like, oh, I didn't want that. And maybe just kind of, she did not get upset to like where she made a huge tantrum, but she just easily got they can bothered by the fact that, for example, oh, I told you I wanted a big ride, but you gave me sweet tea, you know, and I was like,
Right.
okay, because I love him so much, I'm like, this is just me speaking, but that's not very healthy, but it's, you know,
Okay, so you saw issues of concern from her behavior.
yeah,
Did you ever see any issues of concern from his behavior towards her?
no,
Did you ever talk to Troy about your concerns about their relationship between him and her?
just very little, like, hey, puppy, just, you know, I don't like that she got a fit. I know, Bia, I know. But is it all the time? No, Bia, I'm like, okay, well, maybe it's just something that I saw or at the moment type of thing. Maybe she had a bad morning, but yeah. no concerns from him.
That's the witness.
No further question.
All right, thank you so much for coming down.
We just have the parents left.
All right, call your next witness.
No Trevino, please.
Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes,
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Joe Trevino.
All right, defense, you may proceed.
Good morning, Joe. Good morning. How do you know Troy? He is my son. And so obviously you've known him his whole life. Yes. Prior to this, had Troy ever been in trouble? No. How was he as a student? He was a great student. And did he graduate from high school? Yes, he did. And where did he graduate? He graduated from Rainier High School. And when was that? In 2023. And he was an athlete there? Yes. Did he play on the varsity baseball team? Yes, he did. Did he play any other sports? He just played baseball all his life. That's all he ever did. When he graduated, what did he do? He was supposed to go to college. He got 2 baseball scholarships to go play, but he decided not to go. Did he go to work? Yes, he did. And where was he working? At American Abatement, Demolition and Construction. And very briefly, what type of job is that? They would go demolition, old buildings, and that's what he would do. How much money did he make working? I want to say it was $20 an hour. Was there a lot of overtime as well? There was some overtime when he was open. Did he have a job title there? Was he a supervisor or anything? Yeah, I think he was an assistant. Now, you're aware, obviously, of why we're here. Yes, sir. So, prior to these incidents, right, had Troy ever been arrested? No. Not as a juvenile? No. And to the best, and obviously, this isn't a PSI, but he's not a gang member. Oh, no, he's not. Were you surprised when he got arrested? Yes. Why were you surprised? I didn't think he would ever get in trouble like that. And you're obviously very familiar with the charges. Yes, I am. And so you know there's an aggravated assault, which is a very serious charge, as well as probably the next most serious charge is choking. Yeah. Had you ever seen Troy be violent with anybody prior to this event? No. Now, one of the things that has come to light through this process is Troy's struggle with drug addiction. Prior to these incidents, did you know that he was a drug user? No, I did not. And you know, one of the things, the main reason why we're here, obviously, we're gonna ask the judge to place him on probation, right? Yes. Part of probation, there's gonna be certain things that he can do, certain things that he cannot do. If he was placed on probation, would he be living with you? Yes. And prior to this, he was also living with you, yes, right? So you understand that, kind of as part of his probation, right? Are you able to foster a home where he can be successful? Yes. So you don't use drugs? No, I don't. The wife, obviously, she doesn't use drugs. How old is Troy like that? How old is Troy? He's 20. So, do you feel like, he can be successful? Oh, yeah, he has his whole life to live ahead of him. Judge, we'll pass away.
You may proceed.
Thank you. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Troy's your son, right?
Yes, sir.
You love your son, right?
Yes, of course.
You don't want to see him get in trouble,
No.
right?
I don't ever want to see any of my kids get in trouble.
Understood. Neither would any father,
Yeah.
right? How was Troy growing up? Did he get in trouble at all?
No, he didn't. He was all about sports.
Did you ever have to discipline him at any point in time when he was a child?
No.
Okay. Did you know that he owned a gun?
No, I did not.
Do you know how he got the gun?
No, I do not.
Okay. You are aware of these charges, correct?
Yes.
When people commit crime, do you think they should face proper punishment?
Yes.
So regardless of prison or probation, you think Troy should face some type of acceptable punishment?
I think he's already been facing acceptable punishment.
Okay, so you don't think anything further should be done with this?
Probation,
Okay, pass the witness, Your Honor.
Go for the questions.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you. Call your next witness.
Amy Torino?
Would you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record. All right, defense, you may proceed.
Hi, it's Amy. How do you know Troy?
He's my world and my son.
I'm sorry, I did.
He's my world and my son.
And so you know why we're here today, correct?
I do.
Prior to, these incidents, had Troy ever been in trouble?
Also,
And what type of a student was
he is a good student. He is straight A for the most part. He was athletic. He played sports. He was never a trouble child or never. He was never.
he? And were you surprised when he got arrested? Prior to this incident, how long had he been involved with the
With Indiana, I would say maybe a year to 2 years. Did I approve? No.
Is she about the same age as him? Now you say you did not approve of her. Why did you not approve of her?
There was a lot of manipulation in their relationship, mainly on her part. But as a mother, I'm going to support my child, and if that is who he chooses in his life, I'm going to support both parties.
Part of this process, we've talked about this, is if he's on probation, he can have no more contact with this young lady, period. And in this particular instance, because of the circumstances and the way they came down, she is the victim of these crimes.
I understand. Do I agree?
And I understand that as well, right? Now, if Troy is placed on probation, would he be able to live with you?
Oh, that's where he stays, other than when he was staying there with her often.
Are you worried about having Troy in your house?
No, never. It's my child.
And he's never been violent with you?
No, never.
And to the best of your knowledge, you've never been violent with any of his relatives, friends, cousins?
That's not his demeanor. That's not his nature.
Now, you've heard, we've talked about this before, obviously, but you've also heard some of the substance of these charges.
Right.
The most serious is aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. There's also the choking charge.
Which I hear now.
And knowing about that, even knowing about those charges, are you worried about having Troy in your house?
No.
Now, if he's placed on probation, there's gonna be certain things that he's required to do, certain things he cannot do. You're aware of that?
Yeah.
Are you willing to provide him with transportation if necessary to attend classes, things like that? Are you able to, if necessary, loan him money?
Yeah.
To pay for, for requirements, for fees, things like that? If he, now, prior to this, he was employed, is that right?
Yes.
And where was that?
It was a demolition company, something in Dayton. My head is everywhere at the moment, but
I understand, but he was employed full time.
yes, full time, and he was his certifications, everything. He was ready to be a lead or a foreman.
And how much did he earn?
That's like $20-something an hour.
So it's a full time job. It's a real job.
A real job,
And
not
with good money and all that.
very good benefits.
And so, and he's got certifications, so even if he did not go back there, he could go someplace else in short order and get a
Not
similar
from
type
the
job. Would he ever need trouble as a juvenile, like juvenile cases or anything?
or we didn't allow that opportunity. We kept them in sports, very active.
Judge will pass things.
Any questions?
Just a few. Good morning, Mr. Vino. Thank you for coming this morning, and thank you for showing support for your son. You testified that you feel comfortable with him returning to the home. Who lives in the home currently?
Mom, dad, sister, and brother.
Sister, brother? How old is his sister?
Sister, 16.
And how old is his brother?
Brother,
I'm sorry, 7?
7.
7 years, okay. You're aware of these charges, correct? And had you met the victim before?
Oh, yes.
She used to live with you? How long did she live with you guys?
Excuse me, just a second off the record. You in the Gap shirt? What did the deputies say about talking to inmates? Are you on the docket? Are you on the docket today?
He's on the docket, Judge. He came in late.
Who are you talking to? All right, so everyone, you can't talk across the courtroom. You can't talk across the gallery. That's an issue. It has to do with safety with the deputies. Does everyone understand? All right, sorry about that. We're back on the record. You may continue.
Thank you. And you said that she lived with you for a year?
Yeah.
How was she in your home?
She, I mean, when Ileana first came into our home, I was at her home. Things shifted when attitudes started to come about and, you know, simple things became a bother. I didn't like the disagreements, so I'll pastors leave because between my husband and I, we don't make our issues known to our children. It's done private, not like, you know. So I asked her, if you cannot get along here, then you cannot leave her. And she had her own place and I asked her to go out because I don't condone
Where did she stay in your home? Did she stay in his room? Okay, so they stayed in the room together? Okay. Did you ever hear of any commotion going on in the room when the two of them were there?
bickering. More so bickering and being like, you know, louder, that's when mom and dad, because again, we don't condone that, and if that's not, you're not contributing to our house, you're not paying the bills, you don't have to pay in our house, and you don't see how you know it's in the house.
Understood. How often would you see Troy and Ileana bicker?
Not quite often, but if we did, it was, we made it to a point to share needs.
Okay. Did you ever see Troy be aggressive with her in your home?
As far as physical,
Did you ever see him verbally abuse her?
amazing.
Both to each other? Okay. Were you aware that Troy owned a gun?
Yeah.
Do you know how he got that gun?
Not done. So, you know, I don't know how to know.
Were you aware that he was abusing drugs?
No,
You aware that he was abusing alcohol?
no.
That's me, Sean.
No further questions.
All right, any objections to the court asking a few questions?
None from the state.
No.
All right, so how old was your son when you allowed his girlfriend to move in?
She came in shortly after high school, so he was 18, going on 19, he's now 20.
And how old was she?
She's about the same age.
All right, so here's my question for you. Why would you allow an 18-year-old to come live in your house with your son?
So my answer to that is, Ileana has always given me the story that her parents have never been there for her. So being that she liked our environment, that we were very family oriented, she felt comfortable at our.
But you're letting them stay in a room together?
Okay.
So you know what goes on with them staying in a room
I
together?
do.
So you allowed that in your house with your children there? Now, my other question is, are you aware that he had 2 cases against him where she's the complainant, January 24th, 2025? Are you aware that on that date, he was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon?
No.
Were you aware about the impeding the breath, basically strangulation on that same date?
No, no.
All right, so I'm assuming he was arrested on those days.
Yes, and not at my home, it was at her.
Okay, so he's arrested at her house.
On those days,
Yes.
no, the only arrest that I know that he was placed on was in March.
All right, so you're not aware that he was ever arrested for the January 24th, 2025. So when he gets arrested on March 14th, 2025 for the continuous violence, is that when you allowed him back in your home?
I will allow him in my home anytime.
No. My question is,
He didn't come home.
He didn't come home.
No, that day that incident happened, he was at Ileana's house.
all right, and did you ever talk to him about what happened?
No,
All right, so where do you think, because I'm listening to your testimony, to your husband's testimony, and to the other person's testimony, where did he learn that in order to solve issues, you become violent with your partner?
I don't know, to be honest, and I would love to know that as a parent,
as a mother or someone who doesn't condone that behavior, I don't know. So those are all questions I will have for my child when he comes in.
All right, thank you so much. All right, any other witnesses? All right, you want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Troy Xavier Trevino.
All right, you may proceed.
Thank you. Troy, how long have you been in jail?
I've been incarcerated approximately 7 months.
So that would be since March.
Yes, sir.
Prior to going to jail, how were you employed?
I was working for American Abatement Demolition. I was a crew lead. I basically ran my own crew while the foreman and the supervisor went over blueprints. I actually got to get hands-on with the blueprints and safety action plans. Basically going over like how a job site's gonna get completed, basically like discussing how many men do we think we'll need to complete that job? What proper tools we'll need, what proper safety gear will be needed. Basically everything that'll be needed for the job, and just make sure the job gets executed within that time frame.
I'm holding here a big stack of cards. Do you recognize these?
Yes, sir. Those are all my work certifications.
And there's approximately 18 cards, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And those are all, I would say, advanced certifications that you, classes and things like that you completed at your
Yes,
job.
sir. Aerial lift, confined space, asbestos, lead handling, heavy machinery, aerial, machine, basically.
Now, and approximately how much money did you make working for these guys?
So I was making about 21 to 22 an hour.
And there was overtime as well?
Yes, sir. When the jobs required overtime, it was over.
Now, since you've been in jail, so for the past 7 months, have you taken any classes in the jail?
Yes, sir, I have. I've completed a parenting plus class. I'm currently enrolled in a faith-based 12-step recovery class through Chrysalis Ministry Group. We're currently on step 4. I just went this past Wednesday. They also offer a outpatient program through their ministry group. So if I were to get released, I'd pick up right where I left off in the jail.
And you've also taken some of the,
I took a
let me ask you, you've also taken some of the BIP class, right?
yes, sir, which is a battery intervention prevention program class. I've completed 10 hours of that.
So you received a certificate, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, as far as this Chrysalis program, is that one that they do provide outside of the Bear County Jail?
Yes, sir. They offer trade school classes. They help you get back into the workforce. They offer anger management, therapy, and well, my main one is a 12-step recovery.
And so is it fair to say that you are an addict?
Yes, sir.
And
Which I've acknowledged that, and I've made the initiative on my own while I was incarcerated to address all my personal issues and get myself back on track, so I can show that I'm a successful member of society and that it was a mistake. That I've learned my lesson and that I feel I deserve a second chance to get back out there in the world and prove that I've learned that it was a mistake and that I can be a productive, safe member of society.
now, you know the reason we're here today, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you know, obviously, we're gonna be asking the judge to place you on probation, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Now, as part of that probation, you and I have reviewed the PSI. One of the recommendation is not the correct word, but the statement from probation is that if you're placed on probation, they would ask that the judge send you to SATF. Are you aware of what SATF is?
Yes, sir.
So it's inpatient treatment, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, because you have come so far while you have been in jail, what we're gonna be asking the judge to do is to place you on what they call IOP, which is intensive outpatient treatment. You're aware of that?
Yes, sir.
Based on the classes that you've taken and the time that you've had to reflect on this, do you feel that you would be successful with intensive outpatient treatment?
100%, sir.
And also, as part of probation, we have also talked about this, you are not to have any contact with this lady anymore
That is the way, sir, and I'm 100% okay with that, sir.
for the rest of your life.
Okay, that's fine.
You don't have any children with her,
No, sir.
so there's no reason for you to have anything to do with her.
Yes, sir.
Now, you're familiar with your charges, obviously, right?
Yes, sir.
And the most serious of those is an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Yes, sir.
Did you commit that crime?
Yes, sir.
Where did you get the gun?
Unauthorized use.
Somebody from the neighborhood?
Yes. Yes, sir, something like that.
And, at the time, if you had that gun, were you using drugs?
I was, yes, sir, occasionally.
And, drinking?
Occasionally, but it wasn't an everyday thing. Yes, sir.
when did your drug addiction, alcohol addiction, when did it get really bad?
It's not that it got bad, it's just that buttons were pushed that made it seem like it was bad when it really was.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? I didn't hear.
It's not that, I guess you could say no matter any chemical abuse, any alcohol, abuse of alcohol is considered an addiction. So yes, you could say it was an addiction, but it's not that it was a bad addiction, because even though all drug addictions are bad addictions, it's just that buttons were pushed, certain areas like manipulation and all that were pushed to cause reactions that made it seem like they were bad outbreaks.
Now, this was,
I'm so sorry to interrupt. When you say buttons were pushed, what do you mean?
Like verbal manipulation, like basically like being told that I wasn't good enough or that, like basically like just a bunch of stuff like to get me down in my head or.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
now, would you say that in your relationship with Eliana, that you could have done, needless to say, you could have done things a lot different?
Yes, sir. I could have just walked away the first time we got into an argument, but I didn't. I don't. And these past 7 months that I've been incarcerated, I've had a lot of time to reflect that God gave me many chances to leave and walk out that door. And many people told me, even my mom and my dad told me, like, hey, they're right. This is where I was gonna end up if I stayed in the relationship. And I still didn't listen. I decided to stay and look where it got me. I spent 7 months in Bexar County Jail.
And you know that no matter what she did, this is your responsibility.
Yes, correct. And I take full responsibility. I understand that, and I take full responsibility.
And so no matter what buttons were pressed or anything like that, none of that justifies any other problem.
No, it doesn't.
That's the way.
Morning, Mr. Trevino.
Morning, sir.
You testify that you got the gun illegally,
Yes, sir.
and who did you get that gun from?
Somebody from the neighborhood.
Someone from the neighborhood, okay. You paid cash for it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What would you say your drug of choice is?
My drug of choice was marijuana,
Marijuana?
but it wasn't really a drug of choice. It just helped with like the backache, helped me go to sleep because I'm working long hours up first thing in the morning.
Okay, you used other drugs too, didn't you?
Cocaine,
Okay, all right.
but that was once in a while. It wasn't a daily thing or nothing like that.
Okay, so you use marijuana more than cocaine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'd like to talk to you about this incident from January 24, 2025. So at that time, you were in a relationship with Eliana Contreras, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How long had you guys been dating up to that point in time?
We had been together over a year. We've been together since May 17th of 2023. A little bit
Okay,
before then.
so almost 2 years.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years, and you guys were living together, right?
Yes, sir. I was
Um,
back and forth between her place and our parents' place.
Okay. Which address is hers? Is hers 225 East Sherrill Drive?
Yes, sir.
All right. Excuse me. All right, so you were at her place on that day, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. And probably wasn't a perfect relationship between you and Eliana, right?
No, sir.
You guys had your ups and downs, right?
Sir.
In fact, this day you guys got into an argument, right?
Yes, sir.
And she had broken up with you?
It was the other way around.
You had broken up with her?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that made you angry though, right?
Not really. It's just the fact that I tried to leave and she didn't really let me leave.
She didn't let you leave. Okay, so she never ran and locked herself into the bathroom on
She
that day?
did, but she had my truck keys.
Okay, so
but
she
she had-
did and she took your truck keys.
Yeah, she
Okay,
had the phone and the keys.
all right. You ever made threats to kill her?
Maybe. I do not remember correctly.
Okay, so when she was in the bathroom, you do not remember saying, open the fucking door now or I'm going to start shooting?
No,
You don't remember saying that?
no, sir. Like I said,
All
I
right.
might have. I'm not gonna say I didn't, but
Okay, all right. You also remember putting a knife under the door, right?
no, sir.
You never did that.
I don't
Okay.
remember. I'm not saying I didn't do it, but I'm saying I don't remember.
You don't remember, so you might have done it.
Yes, sir.
All right. And you slid the gun under the door the whole time, right? While she's in there.
How can I say this? How is a 3-inch barrel 3-point gonna fit under a 1-inch crack?
Well, I mean, you told me that it says here that's what you did.
I didn't do that.
You didn't do that.
No, sir.
In fact, you broke into the bathroom, right?
I hit the door and the top half broke. After that, I left it at that.
You looked at that. So you didn't pull her out of the bathroom?
No.
You never threw her on the bed?
No.
Okay. You never covered her mouth while she was on the bed?
No, sir.
Okay. And that was at that point you tried to leave, right?
Sir.
And you made any threats with her when you were leaving?
I might have, yes, sir.
So you might have said you better watch your back because I'm coming back to kill you?
Okay, no, I didn't say that.
You didn't say that. All right. So you left and you came back later on, right?
I believe so.
And the house was locked, right? You couldn't get in?
No,
You can get in, okay. And you tried to break in through the bathroom window, right?
no, sir.
You didn't try to do that, okay.
No.
But you did get into the home, didn't you?
She eventually let me in and we talked.
She let you in, she didn't force you in?
No.
All right. And you pushed her on the bed, right? Because you guys got into another argument a second time?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you pushed her on the bed and you began to put your hands around her neck, right?
I do not remember.
You don't remember, okay. And you don't remember her coughing to the point where she felt like she was choking?
No, sir.
Okay, you don't remember that either, okay? And at that point is when you left the second time, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. I want to talk to you next about the incident that occurred 2 months later.
Was the day I got arrested.
Then you got arrested in March, yes. I want to talk to you about that. That also was at her place, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you guys got into another argument that day, right?
Yes, sir, in the morning.
In the morning.
She went through my phone and she found
Yes.
some stuff she didn't like.
Yes, exactly. She found that you were texting other girls, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. And that made you upset, right?
That she went through my phone because my phone was dead. So she went out of her way
Mhm.
to charge it. And at that, my phone has a Face ID. So she went out of her way to charge it
Mhm.
while I'm asleep and get my Face ID to
And
go through my phone
go
without
through your
permission.
phone. Right, exactly. She didn't have your permission,
No, sir.
so that upset you.
Yes,
that
sir.
You went through your phone without your permission. Okay. So you got into an argument about that. And
Yes, sir.
it was at this point that you got angry and you started to assault her again, right?
I moved her out the way and I packed my stuff and I left.
You moved her out the way, so
I packed
you
my
shoved
stuff.
her?
Yes.
You
Yes,
pinned
sir,
her
I did.
down on the ground?
I didn't pin it on the ground, but I wouldn't mind. I shoved it out of my way so I can grab my stuff. I loaded it into my truck and I left.
Okay.
But did she put in the statement where
Hold
she
on.
was calling me from?
Hold on. I'm asking you questions here. Just hang on a second, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So when you're packing up your things, that includes your gun, right?
No, sir. I didn't have a firearm on me.
You didn't have a firearm on you.
And they didn't
How would
find
how would you carry your gun when you did have it on you?
it stayed in the truck.
Stay in the truck, so you never had it on your person,
No, sir.
ever?
No, sir.
So at no point in time you pinned her on the bed again?
No, sir.
At never point in time you put your hands over her mouth?
No, sir.
You never told her you're gonna kill her?
No, sir.
You never put that gun in her mouth, right?
No, sir.
Okay. You never pointed it at her head?
No, sir.
And you never threatened her several times, not only you're gonna kill her, you're gonna kill her family.
No, sir.
You never said anything like
No,
that?
sir. I got along actually really well with her family, especially her little sister.
I'm glad. I'm glad you did. You ever hit her with that gun?
No, sir, I haven't.
Never.
Never.
All right. You ever showed Eliana the gun?
She had seen it, yes.
She'd seen
She knew it was in the truck.
it in the truck. You ever brought it in the home?
No, sir.
All right. So she only saw it in the truck?
Yes, sir. It stayed in the truck.
Stayed in the truck the whole time. All right. So that was the first time, right? Then you got into an argument the next day, right?
When the day I got arrested,
Correct.
I
That
got-
morning,
that morning,
you got into an argument.
we only got in an argument that morning.
Yeah. Okay. So there was never multiple arguments?
That day
Just-
no, it was just that morning.
Just that morning, just the one. All right. And that was again because she went through your phone a second time, right?
No, that was when she went through my phone.
Went through your phone the first time. Okay. So there was never multiple times that she went through your phone?
No.
Okay.
Maybe the other time that we argued, the first one, maybe those first ones, but that one, the day I got arrested was just that morning.
Just that morning. Okay. And that made you angry, right? Again.
So like I said, I packed my stuff in my
Packed
truck.
your
And
stuff and you tried to leave. Okay.
that's when she contacted me through, I blocked her number because that's when we agreed we were done. And that's when she was contacting me through fake numbers and all that.
So she was reaching out to you.
Yes.
Okay. So you never put her on the bed and choked her a second time?
No, sir.
You never hit her in the face with the gun?
No, sir.
Never put your forearm into her neck?
No, sir.
Never tried to choke her by doing that?
No, sir.
You never told her my face is gonna be the last face you're gonna see?
No, sir.
Okay. And again, the second time around, you never threatened to kill her and her family, right?
No, sir. Like I said, I got along real well with her family.
I'm glad you did. I am glad. Okay. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
No further questions.
I have a couple of questions. Any objection?
None from the state.
No objection.
Why did you do this?
I was, my buttons were pushing. I guess I just reacted. I honestly, I didn't know I ever could react that way. I've
All
never.
right, so your buttons were pushed on January 24th, 2025.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, what buttons were pushed?
Basically verbal abuse, manipulation,
And
and
when you say manipulation, what do you mean by that?
basically making it seem like I was the reason when we were arguing when it wasn't me. Or like that I was the root of all of our problems when it wasn't really. just
All right, did your parents kick you out of their home?
No, ma'am.
Why didn't you just go back to your parents' house?
Like I said, I should have listened and
Well, no, not I should have. Why didn't you?
guess she said because I loved her and I thought we could work it out. As many times we've discussed it, we tried, and like I said, in the 7 months I've been here, I've seen that they were right. Everyone was right, even my boss.
I mean, don't everybody always see that
But,
people were right once they're at the jail? So why did you go back on March 14th?
we were on good terms then, and that's when she had went through my phone, and that's when she had seen messages with another girl.
So why didn't you just leave?
I did leave, and that's when she contacted me through.
Well, no, because there's a continuous violence here. So you have an assault, choking. They say impeding breath, but it's choking. Then you have an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, that's with a weapon. So all that happened on January 24th, 2025. And then you go back on March 14th, 2025, and that's where the continuous violence comes in.
Yes, because I admit I shoved her out of the way when I left. I loaded everything in my truck and I left, loaded all my stuff. Then when I was about maybe 5, 10 minutes away, she was still blowing up my phone through private numbers. I kept blocking them because like I said, I had a number blocked. And so I ended up going back because she was there telling me to come back. So me being dumb, I went back. And once I pulled into the property, SAPD was right there.
All right. Any other questions?
No.
All right, thank you. This is what I'm going to tell you. I listened to all the evidence that's presented. And usually when you have family members to come testify, they always wonder, maybe I should have said this. Did I say something wrong? Did I not do this? But they didn't say anything wrong. They gave me great insight into you. I realized that your mom and your dad loves you, your aunt loves you, your first cousin loves you. And I know that sometimes people make bad decisions. Sometimes people make mistakes. There's a difference between bad decisions and making a mistake. So with you, I understand that you're young, but you're not appropriate for probation. You have the aggravated assault on January 24th, 2025, along with the choking on January 24th, 2025. And then you go back. And when you go back, you commit another felony. So you're standing before me, and I realize you're young, but you're standing before me having committed 3 felonies, and every last one of them are violent felonies. So there are consequences for that. So, and cause number 2020-25 CR 007063, to count 3, the court is finding you guilty. The court is going to sentence you to 8 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. This will run concurrent with 2025 CR 00700, 2025 CR 007003. The state is taking in consideration 2025 CR 006031. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with the complainant, and the court will recommend the therapeutic community. The therapeutic community doesn't increase the time that you're in custody, but it's to help you with any drug, alcohol, or anger issues. And cause number 2025 CR 007003. The court is finding you guilty. The court will sentence you to 8 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine. The court will give you credit for any time served. This will run concurrent with 2025 CR 007000, 2025 CR 007063, taking consideration 2025 CR 006031. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with the complainant, therapeutic community, and there's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. And cause number 2025 CR 007000, there's a $1,500 fine. I'm sorry, the court is finding you guilty. There's a $1,500 fine, 8 years in the prison. credit for any time served. This will run concurrent with 2025 CR 007003, 2025 CR 007063, taking consideration 2025 CR 006031. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with the complainant in the therapeutic community. Did you review the documents entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
All right, because these are plea bargain agreements, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because these are felony convictions and affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over that, you'll need to speak to your attorney. We can go off the record. Here's the thing, you're young. I know that prison is a rough place to be, but you're gonna have to make some changes. You're gonna have to figure out why you get angry. And you're gonna have to solve that. Otherwise, what's gonna end up happening is you're gonna keep coming back and forth to somebody's jail and somebody's prison. And when you go to prison, do not become institutionalized. Go there, you can get your education for free, you can get a trade for free, you can do all of that for free. So make good use of your time, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you. Right, yes.
Called him twice more. No answer.
All right, Deputy Laura, we have the court reporter. Just one second. Can I have a prosecutor, please? Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, the court is calling 2025 CR 008817 State versus Ronnie Demas. Can I have parties announced for the record?
Lauren Espinoza for the state.
Ted Wood representing Mr. Demas.
All right, this hearing was scheduled at 9 a.m. It is now 11:01 a.m. There was a previous judge's warrant issued in this case on September 30th, 2025. The court recalled that warrant after speaking with the state and the defense. And the defendant has not answered docket this morning. And Deputy Laura, did you make an announcement?
Yes, he is in office.
All right, state.
At this time, Your Honor, we would be asking for a bond forfeiture.
All right, the court will issue a judge's warrant, remand your client without bond.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused, Judge?
Yes.
Thank you, Judge.
Christian Zachary Garardo. All right, so where are we on discovery?
Judge, we've been approved, we have all the discovery and we've been approved for PTD.
All right, Norm, I need a PTD date. All right, so you all need to make sure that everything is filled out and the contract is completed before that date. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court.
Thank you.
Mark Anthony Reyes.
I'm further pleased for the defendant, Mark Anthony Reyes, Your Honor.
All right. Court is going to call 2023 CR 9462 State versus Mark Anthony Reyes. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Jason Garahan for the state, Your Honor.
for the defense?
I'm further pleased for Mr. Reyes, Your Honor.
And are you Mark Anthony Reyes?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Mark Anthony Reyes who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2023 CR 9462 for the offense of burglary of a building on December 18th, 2023 for a term of 2 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Yes, Your Honor, violated condition number 4 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Mark Anthony Reyes, did then and there failed to report the supervision officer as directed for the months of June and July of 2025 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True. Your Honor, we'll waive the remaining violated conditions.
Any objections to the waivers?
No objection, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4? Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor,
Yes.
and it is to adjudicate guilt, revoke his community supervision, sentence him to 444 days state jail facility, just to let the court know he does have 444 days in the Bexar County jail.
All right. Are you asking the court to follow that agreement, counsel?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Are you asking the court to follow that agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. What I can tell you is that by sentencing you to 444 days in the state jail facility. Even if I say that the judgment is satisfied, they still may transfer you to state jail facility and then release you after processing. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. The court will find you guilty. The court will revoke. The court will sentence you to 444 days in the state jail facility. There's to be no contact with Brentwood Middle School at 1602 West Thompson Place, San Antonio, Texas 78226. And state you may be excused. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. And for the record, I'm going to give you credit for any time served, and the court will show that the judgment is satisfied. We can go off the record. Here's the thing, you have some mental health issues, right? You're going to have to take care of that, because if you continue trespassing and then things get out of control once you trespass, because people don't want you on their property. The schools don't want you on their property because their job is to protect their students. So when you are released, you need to quickly go to the Center for Healthcare Services. If they won't accept or you can't find the place, if you come back to court and I'm still here, I will pick up the phone and make sure you get the mental health treatment you need. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you. So sometimes when people suffer from mental health issues, we're just not equipped to handle that. And when I say not equipped, there's not funds for it. The legislature hasn't provided funds for it. The county doesn't have funds for it. So it's sort of, what can you do? We do have a mental health court that I'm now co-presiding over. But the problem is you still lack funds, and based upon the requirements to be in that program, and those requirements are by the government, you still can't accept everybody in the program. Cassandra Garza. All right, so what is the update on PTD?
Your Honor, we're actually going to be applying, we have got a recommendation of what the terms would look like. There is one condition precedent that the prosecutor have asked us to do, to resolve some municipal court tickets. We believe those have already been resolved, but we need to get a copy of that record to show the DA's office before we come to an agreement on the PTD terms.
All right, so here's the thing. If the PTD contract is not signed by the next setting, that's going to be your trial date. So Ms. Ferguson, I need a PT date, TD date, and the jury trial date in November, please. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Once you sign the reset form, you are excused. So the reason why I did this is because they've been here for PTD before. Brianna Butler. I'm sorry, Briala Butler.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. All right, the court is calling 2024 CR 4982 State versus Briala Butler. Could I have parties announced for the record?
Jason Garahan for the state, Your Honor.
Patrick Collins for the defense.
And are you Ms. Butler?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision and First Amendment Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney, and did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Briala Butler who's placed on deferred adjudication in 2024 CR 4982 for the offense of forgery or a financial instrument on February 12th, 2025 for a period of 4 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Yes, Your Honor. Violated condition number one, on or about this 22nd day of May 2025 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Briala Butler, committed the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
I'm sorry, was that true?
True.
Thanks, ma'am. We'll waive the remaining violated condition, Your Honor.
All right, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number one, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number one?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number one true. Is there a proposed agreement?
No, Your Honor, it's unagreed.
All right, state, what are you requesting?
The state is requesting adjudication of guilt and revoke for community supervision for 18 months in the state jail facility. One part of the agreement, we are taking into consideration the possession case she just pled to, which is JN 7143967. And we're also taking into considerations a county court at two case 2025 CC 011626, which is a failure to ID.
All right, in defense, what are you requesting? Oh,
Your
you
Honor.
can't sign it.
Well, this is the.
Oh, this is, okay.
Your Honor, we're requesting that you continue her on probation, to deny the motion, and to follow the recommendation by probation to send her into the MIC unit or some other type of supervisory program, with zero tolerance.
I really don't normally do zero tolerance in this court because being on probation, you're supposed to follow the rules. So my question for you, or maybe for her, what have you done? Because you've been on probation since February. What have you done? Have you completed? You want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Briella Butler.
What have you done?
I went to the 60 days NA or AA online virtual visits. I reported twice.
All right, so that didn't work because you're here for a possession of controlled substance. What was that controlled substance?
Methamphetamines.
All right. So we know that doing the 60 days didn't work because you have a possession of meth. And how far along are you in your pregnancy?
7 months.
All right. So what that means is you're doing drugs. Hmm.
No, ma'am, I wasn't.
Who did the meth belong to?
DeAndre Hartley. I have an affidavit that they brought in.
Mhm.
It wasn't mine. I didn't stay at the scene when the cops came. My car, I just bought it. It was broke down, and I was at my mom's house. And cops pulled up, and when they pulled up, my friend ran off, and they immediately put me in handcuffs and searched the car.
So let me just tell you right now,
And
the only way you're going to be continued on probation if you go into inpatient treatment. We're not doing this zero tolerance thing. So she can either go into inpatient treatment, and because you're pregnant, they will accept you at SafeP. But they're not going to accept you at any of the programs because of how far along you are in your pregnancy. So you can either do that or you can do the 18 months.
okay. Thank you. Can I take my baby with me?
No, what ends up happening when you are at SafeP, because it's at the prison, when you're at SafeP and you deliver your baby, someone needs to be there to accept custody of your child. Otherwise, Child Protective Services will be picking up your baby and you will have a CPS case. And when you're released from SafeP, that's what will happen. You will have to do parenting classes and everything else that's required of you. And when you have somebody, if you have your mom or whoever it is to come pick up your child at the prison, they will make a determination on whether or not that person is appropriate or not. All right. So the court will deny the motion. Alter and amend conditions to include SafeP. Probation, is there anything you recommend other than SafeP? I'm sorry, what? All right, so there'll be SafeP, and that's, of course, is in custody. And then it is 9 months. And you have to wait. What's the wait time for SafeP? I'm sorry, what? All right, so usually the wait time for SafeP normally is 3 months. So you'll be waiting at the jail for 3 months, then they'll transfer you to SafeP and you'll be there for 9 months. All right, so the court is going to deny the motion alternate amend conditions to include SafeP. Once she is released from SafeP, she's to be placed on the MIC caseload. And there's to be no unsupervised contact with minors, field visits until further notice. She's to complete parenting classes. Court will take in consideration JN 7143967 and 2025 CC 011626. All right. Is there anything else?
Nothing from us, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And Yaya, she's to remain in custody until transfer. Yes.
Until we just heard, given that she's 7 months pregnant, they wouldn't accept her because she has to be less than 20 weeks pregnant for a transport to see. Did you want to hold it in advance?
No. Then she's going to felony drug court. And if she doesn't go to felony drug court, then she's going to remain in custody. Thank you. All right, Dennis Johnson. All right, so Mr. Johnson.
Yes, ma'am.
This is what's going on. And I want you to stay calm. Because I like for things to be taken care of so that we won't have any issues.
Correct.
So for some reason, and may have made a mistake in the system, but Deputy Mejia, in the system, he's listed as a fugitive. So we're gonna figure out, they're gonna take you into custody right now, but we're gonna figure out what's going on. It may be a mistake in the system.
I thought it online too, and it said that like a case flag. It's
Okay.
a mistake for sure.
Okay, all right, so we're gonna take care of it. Your attorney will look into that and we'll see what's going on. It's just that in the system, even if the system is wrong, if it shows up, you are wanted, the deputies have to take you into custody. But we're gonna get it straightened out before the day is over.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
So if you can talk to them and figure out what the issue is. All right, the court is calling 2025 CR 010368 State versus Devin Grisham. Can I have parties announced?
Jason Gary for the state, Your Honor.
Christopher Simpkins for the defense.
And are you Mr. Grisham?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
I have, Judge.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Grisham, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the
We
indictment?
do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We are, Your Honor.
Did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're charged with theft of property less than $2,500 with 2 or more previous convictions. That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I believe he does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
My opinion is.
Mr. Grisham, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by entering this plea, if you're not a U.S. citizen, you will be deported, denied re-entry, and denied naturalization?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, there's a $2,000 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. They're taking in consideration 2025 CR 11698. There's to be restitution to Quick Trip, QUIK Trip, and also to Walmart. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, is that the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, are there any such
There
motions?
have been none.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 2 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 200 hours community service restitution, and no contact with Quick Trip or Walmart. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest, Your Honor.
State any evidence.
Yes, Your Honor. State exhibit number 1 with all this attachment.
No objection, Your Honor.
State, you may be excused. Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments. The court has reviewed the same. The court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, we've asked to follow the plea bargain agreement, not over the matter of Mr. Grisham. He is motivated to be successful. I would also ask the court to consider probating some of the community service hours if he obtains a GED and employment.
All right. Mr. Grisham,
Yes, ma'am.
it appears that you have a problem with taking things that do not belong to you. Why do you keep stealing?
I had a drug habit, ma'am, so, it was kind of related to that. Before being incarcerated, I just actually quit doing drugs.
All right, what drugs were you using?
I'm methamphetamine
How often were you using?
every day.
Okay. All right. Thank you for being honest with me.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any children?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. This is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 2 years deferred adjudication. There's a $2,000 fine that will be probated. In custody, the following. There's a referral to felony drug court. You need to be honest with them. That's a great program. They can really help you.
Yes, ma'am.
And there's to be a TAP evaluation in custody. If not accepted in felony drug court, then follow TAP recommendations. There's to be proof of employment within 45 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be restitution to and no contact with Quick Trip or Walmart.
May I ask a question, ma'am?
Yes,
Is that like just that Walmart or is that like in the
they
nation?
don't want you there.
Okay, so in the.
Now, I will tell you, I will reconsider that once you've been clean and sober. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, there's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, field visits 1 time per month until further notice, no residing in households with minors. And there's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. And take in consideration 2025 CR 11698. State, is there any, I'm sorry, probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
No.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go on off the record. So here's the thing, in order to be successful, you need to communicate. If there's an issue and you feel like probation is not addressing it, you can always come back to me.
Yes, ma'am.
When you're accepted in felony drug court, and I know you'll be accepted if you are honest with them, what will end up happening is they will be in charge of your conditions. So the conditions that I've given you, those are for when you're in this court. But if you're accepted in a felony drug court, they may have different conditions that may be different from mine. They may say, no, we don't need to do field visits. That will be completely up to them. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. And then, and I'm sorry, you're coming back on the recall on,
Hey, let me back over.
Yes.
On Roland Hernandez. So it was on the plea bargain docket, but there was no offer in the file. So
oh, no, state is saying they're only keeping.
I understand.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Jason. Oh, sorry. So I think what the plan was is that I can convey the offer to him. It'll either be the same or different when we come back.
And yeah, I mean, Judge, just because I'm here only today, and that's why I said today only. So I mean, other than that, I did tell Mr. Mauer that it could be something different next time or not.
That's fine with me. I just wanted a chance to consider it.
All right, Mr. Hernandez, come forward. All right, how old are you?
44.
All right. Norma, recall this back for Thursday. And that's your final plea deadline
What
date,
day, Judge?
Thursday?
I'm out of town Thursday, very important event in Dallas.
Are
If we
you,
could do the following week,
well, are you going to be here tomorrow?
I'm starting in Seguin. I've got a pretty heavy docket. Can we do maybe Monday here? Or,
It has to be this week.
Judge, in all honesty, I can't be here tomorrow and I'm out of town Thursday and Friday.
Okay, I can have him brought back this afternoon. How old are you?
Judge, I'd
sir?
like him to have more time to.
44.
Okay,
I mean, I guess my concern, Judge, is it's not like the standard plea bargain deadline.
I mean, I'll put it for Monday, but
Yeah,
everybody. All right, we'll see you back on Monday.
All right, thank you, Judge.
Thanks.
All right, Norma, on that one, it's trial date. Yes, Monday. Well, you can do it as a jury trial and plea deadline date. Jorge Jimenez.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Yes,
We need him up here as well.
yes.
Okay.
All right, today's plea deadline date. Is this going to be a plea or jury trial?
We have rejected the plea offer.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a jury trial date on this, and it needs to be done before the new year. Are you able to put it early November?
Especially set November 30th, on now on a 2-year-old super continuous
Okay.
assault. So that first week I'm out, maybe later.
All right, your jury trial date is going to be November 10th. Once you sign the reset form, you are excused.
Vacation letter on file for the 11th through the following Monday. National. For my wife's birthday. And our
Well, if it was your birthday, I would say like, who cares? All right, Norma. Put this for the end of October. All right, October 28th, that's your jury trial date. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
All right, who's here on James Charles Webb?
Present.
Thank you. All right, the court is calling 2025 CR 012512 State versus James Charles Webb. Could I have parties announced for the record?
Lauren Espinoza for the state.
Lander Costin, for that.
And are you Mr. Webb?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all discovery?
I have, Judge.
Did you review it with your client?
I have.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Is there an application in this case?
There's not, Judge. This is gonna be a, state jail, moving forward as a 1244 misdemeanor punishment.
All right, thank you. Mr. Webb, did you review the waiver of indictment reading of information and rights under Article 1.051 and 26.03 of the Code of Criminal Procedure with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you have certain rights and you have the right to have a grand jury, listen to the evidence or be presented with evidence in this case, and make a decision on whether or not there's sufficient evidence to hold you over for trial. Your attorney has a right to have the passage of 2 days once they're presented with the information, and they have the right to have 10 days to prepare for trial. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
By entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to do that?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived indictment, reading of information and rights under Article 1.051 and 26.03 of the Code of Criminal Procedure. Did you review the felony information with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the information? State, are you proceeding on the information as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with theft of property, less than $2,500 with 2 or more convictions?
Yes, ma'am.
That's a state jail felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has been.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him? Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense? Mr. Webb, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea, if you're not a U.S. citizen, you will be deported, denied re-entry, and naturalization?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, is he currently on probation?
He is not.
All right, what is this concurrent with?
That is his felony MTR, Judge, that he pled to.
He was sentenced to 2 years on that.
Ah, okay. All right, according to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 62 days in the Bexar County Jail. There's a $600 fine, and you're being sentenced under 1244, and this will run concurrent with 2025 CR 002763. Did you understand that to be your plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea? State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, are there any such motions? Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead?
Guilty.
State, any evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. State offers State's Exhibit 1 in all attachments.
No objections.
All right, state, you may be excused. Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court has reviewed the same. The court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer, the court has found there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
No, Judge.
All right, the court will sentence you to 60 days in the Bear County Jail under 1244, give you credit for any time served. There's a $600 fine, time and money to run concurrently, and this will run concurrent with 2025 CR 002763. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing?
No, Judge.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank
We can
you.
go off the record. You better start making better decisions.
Yes, sir. I'm on the right track. I gotta get this out the way.
Okay, awesome. Good luck to you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome. Jason and Cornelius, I will tell you, I was at a restaurant and I was sitting down, starting to enjoy my meal. They had just brought it out, right? And so I'm reading, a book, but enjoying my meal. They had brought the appetizer out. And then, even though this is my allergy area, as you all know, I heard a familiar sound, right? I'm in the booth, I hear a sound, and it's a clicking sound. I'm like, I know that sound. It was handcuffs.
Oh, no.
Yes, that guy who was sitting there was there, I'm assuming on a date. He had ordered drinks and his appetizer. They had just brought out the drinks. And I don't drink, but when they bring you in a glass and there's no ice, you know what's up, right? And before he could, he had the waiter had just set it down. The guy was reaching and I heard this clicking sound. So I'm looking at the corner of my eye. Undercover officers, click, click. They arrested him, right? And everybody's like, oh, it's done, right? So they arrest him and they're taking him out. So the manager who's there knows me, and actually someone who successfully completed probation works there and knows me, right? And when I first met the person who had successfully completed probation, I'm like, oh my gosh, does he like me? Because he's in the back of the kitchen, right? So the manager comes over and you know what he says? Judge, quick question for you. I'm like, yeah. He's like, who's gonna pay for this? I'm like, call who you need to call. But
That's the worst part.
so
Yeah.
that's why when people have warrants and maybe it's a mistake or something, it's best to handle it now, because when I say they will arrest you wherever you may be. And it was 3 guys, and the only thing that signified that they were officers were their badges. And they were not dressed like Miami Vice, they were in the suits and the neon colors. They're in a t-shirt and jeans, a bandana on. So,
Hopefully they were legitimate office.
well, they stowed their badge. All I know was it appeared as though the manager wanted me to pick up that tab. He's like, what? He's like, who's gonna pay for this? I don't know. Maybe you can give those appetizers out for free. But yeah. So wherever you may be.
Did he have a date?
Yes.
Well, then the date should be.
No, she just left.
Why did they wait until you ordered? Why did they wait?
Oh, and let me just tell you,
Come out.
I noticed them in that restaurant, right? But I didn't think anything of it and actually it was during, game time. So you have people coming in, I'm watching LSU play, people coming in watching games, they're in their jeans and their t-shirts.
Yeah.
I did notice sort of like a bulkiness underneath their t-shirts, but I didn't think anything of it.
Like,
Cause you can see the change. I'm like, whatever. But yeah, they did. And they waited till he sat down in order. And they waited till it was delivered. I would have said, could I just at least have a bite of the appetizer, please?
Take it to go. Take it to the dinner with it.
So,
You should have been quicker.
yeah, so that's what happened. So, Mr. Johnson, that's why I say it's best to take care of this beforehand. Otherwise, wherever you may be, they will pick you up. So, last time we were here, today is the plea deadline date.
Judge, I mean, again,
Yeah.
sorry, I'm just, coming on this, late and leaving early, I guess you could say, but there's two cases. There's some from the same event. One is I believe a plea deadline.
Yes,
And then one is discovery.
yes.
Mr. Cornelius did bring up today about the warrants, stuff like that. It's a little bit more intricate because it is covert, actually covert, in this particular case, allegedly. And I don't know, because one is the discovery hearing.
Well, he wasn't the person at the restaurant.
No, put that on the record.
Okay.
But I mean, I won't be dealing with this later, but obviously, I don't know. If
So
Mr.
the other one, do you have all the discovery on it?
Well, I don't, trying to verify that, Judge. I may have some things, but there's some, that covert part of it. I think there's some more there.
All right, so we're gonna bring you back on October 21st.
It's October 21st.
Yes. So once you sign the reset form, you're excused. Yes, they have some discovery issues. And for the state to tender an offer at that time.
I'll let,
All right, thank you.
thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Once you sign the reset form, you're gone. You're excused.
As I confirmed this morning with the family. And they given me some new evidence. I need to look at it further. So we're asking for a reset for discovery purposes.
Okay, that's one moment. Have they tendered an offer yet?
They have, just this morning.
All right. So Ms. Ferguson, on this case, how old are you, sir?
26, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, on this case, set it for the end of the month for a pre-deadline date, please.
I can do the 30th.
All right, so we're gonna be back on October 30th. At that time, you need to let the court know whether or not you've reached an agreement. If you have not, your next court date will be a jury trial date.
Okay, I appreciate it, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Thank you for dressing appropriately. Just have a seat and your attorney will bring you your reset form.
Thank you. Have a nice day, ma'am.
Thank you, you too. All right, and then Otero,
Yes, sir.
did you have something? And did y'all check to see if Ramos Valderas is in custody?
Yes, Judge.
Yes, who do you have?
I have Mr. Santa Maria. He was scheduled to appear this morning. He did not get notice. I just updated his information in the back with the email, an address, and a phone number. He's here. He came back from work.
All right, have you conferred with the state?
This is the first setting. I can do that right
All right,
now.
if you confer with the state,
Okay.
then we'll take that.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Why were you late?
Ma'am, Your Honor, I was not late. I was outside. What I did, my goofy butt thought that everybody that was standing out there was for this court. And I saw somebody walk in there and it was for the next court across. Like, I was ready to go on time. I just was sitting out there.
Okay, so if you're not in court. you-
I'm not on time. I got you. Yes, ma'am.
And you've been here before.
Yeah.
So we started at 9. You have to be inside the courtroom. You understand?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Next time, there may be a warrant issued for your arrest, and then whether or not you arrive on time, it will be because of jail transportation, but we'll know where you are.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
understand?
I wanted to happen again.
All right.
Additionally, Judge, Mr. Blanco informed me that he wanted to hire counsel on this case. And I wanted to inform the court of that. I'm court appointed on it.
All right. So, you received your offer,
I did, yes.
so what is happening with that?
Right now, Mr. Blanco wants to get hired counsel so he can have hired counsel represent him.
All right, we're recalling this back for Thursday. That's your plea deadline date. And if you have an attorney that comes in, let them know that's your plea deadline date. And what I will explain to you is legally, when somebody hires a new attorney, that attorney is not entitled to 10 days. This is scheduled for jury trial. So if you're planning on hiring someone, you need to have them here by Thursday. And that's your jury trial date and your plea deadline date. All right. All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Have a seat after the research.
Anyone else ready? All right.
We have counsel on Mr. Rolando Ramirez,
Yes.
and do we have counsel for Mr. Lopez? We'll go with Mr. Lopez.
Is there a application?
I believe so. It is, I'm not sure.
Ramirez, is there an application?
There's not, Judge.
All right, court is calling 2025 CR 008045, State versus Roland George Ramirez. Can I have parties announced?
Lauren Espinoza for the state.
Orlando Augusta, known for the facts.
And are you Mr. Ramirez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have you received all discovery and did you review it with your client?
You have, Judge.
All right, the court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Ramirez, did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment? State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor, at this time, state would urge an oral motion to amend on the enhancement paragraph 1. The conviction date is listed as the 6th day of June, but we would ask that it be amended to the 2nd of June, as that was a clerical error.
Any objection?
We have no objections to that, Judge. And my understanding is that we're not changing the offense, we're just amending for the correct day.
All right. Do you have any objection with that amendment?
No, Your Honor.
All right. And other than that, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented? Did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're charged with theft of material, aluminum, bronze, copper, or brass, less than $20,000. Normally, that's a state jail felony, but with the enhancement, if the state is able to prove up the enhancement, then your range of punishment will be anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, off the record for a moment. All right, if you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court doesn't have to follow that plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Judge,
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I do.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I do, Judge.
Mr. Ramirez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering into this plea bargain agreement, if you're not a citizen, you will be deported, denied naturalization, and re-entry into the United States?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 2 years in the prison. There's a $1,000 fine. No applications. The state will take in consideration 2025 PF 34003 and 2025 PF 34004. And there is to be restitution, if any, to Daniel Ramirez. Did you understand that to be your plea? Thank you. Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, Judge.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you sign it in both places?
Yes.
By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. Thank you. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, there be any such motions? Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that there be no contact with Danny's Metal Recycling at 1532 Somerset Road 78211. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead?
No contest.
State any evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. State offer states exhibit one and all attachments.
No objection.
And to the enhancements that are listed, both enhancements, how do you plead? True or not true?
True.
Did you review and state you may be excused? Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in, the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will find you guilty. The court will find the enhancements true based upon your plea of true and based upon states exhibits 1 and attachments. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, sir.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client? Anything you wish to say?
No, Your Honor.
And I'm assuming you don't know Daniel Ramirez.
No, no.
All right, the court will sentence you to 2 years in the prison. There's a $1,000 fine. Taking consideration 2025 PF 34003, 2025 PF 3004. There's to be restitution, if any, to Daniel Ramirez. There's to be no contact with Danny's, and that's Danny with an I, metal recycling at 1532 Somerset Road, 78211. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because it's a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we can go off the record. So why do you continue to steal? What's going on in your life?
It was just a bad choice I made.
Well, I mean, how old are you?
41.
All right, so why are you making these bad choices? You're 41.
Yeah, I was just, I know, in need for money at that time.
So here's the thing. If everybody who needed money, and I've been in situations where I've needed money, if everybody would decide, you know, I need some extra money, I'm behind, let me go steal, what kind of society would we have? And you're going to have to start making a decision, because otherwise you're going to end up spending the rest of your life in prison. Because as you can see, this is a state jail felony. 180 days of 2 years in the state jail facility, and you've been enhanced to a 3rd-degree felony. And at some point, this enhancement is going to end up being a habitual. And this is now, you know, 3rd degree. If you pick up a 3rd-degree felony, they can use your 3rd degrees to enhance. And if you end up as a habitual, you're going to be sitting at the prison explaining to somebody why you're doing 25 years for stealing a bicycle tire. And then you're going to be saying, I can't believe somebody sent me to jail for a bicycle tire, when this is what you're doing. So if it's a drug or alcohol problem that's going on with you, they can take care of you at the prison with that as far as getting you help. If it's something else, you're going to have to change. Otherwise, you're going to end up in prison for the rest of your life. All right, good luck to you, okay? Yes.
Double check. Judge, my client was inquiring, and I'm sure he did, because it's.
Hmm?
So he's entitled to, he was asking whether he was gonna receive.
Yes, he's going to receive credit for any time served. And I may not have said that on the record, but you are legally entitled to receive any credit that you've already spent on the case. So you will receive credit, and I've written it on the docket. I just may have not said it out loud.
Thank you, good judge.
All right. All right, Avelina Lopez. And probation, this is an application. All right, the court is calling 2025 CR 009398 State versus Avelina Lopez. Could I have the parties announce?
Lauren Espinoza for the state.
I'll report for Mr. Lopez.
And are you Mr. Lopez?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all discovery?
I have.
And did you review it with your client?
I did.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Avelina Lopez, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you did you understand it and sign it? No problem.
Yes.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment? State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Lopez, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
You're charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. That's a second-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in the prison. If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call, and the right to remain silent. Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yeah.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason the deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty, sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, sir.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Lopez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Did you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, by entering this plea, you will be deported, denied naturalization, and reentry into the country?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 10 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine, a $2,000 fine, affirmative finding of a deadly weapon. The state is opposed to your application for deferred adjudication. This will run concurrently with 2025 CC 006611, and there's to be restitution to the complainant. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense?
It is.
State?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that you have no contact with the complainant. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. State offers States Exhibit 1 in all attachments.
No objection.
Mr. Lopez, did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in, the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence States Exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing States Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. We can go off the record. So counsel, it's about 8 to 12 weeks. Or if you all have witnesses and you want to bring it back in a shorter time period and waive PSI, and you have a chance to bring your witnesses, state will bring criminal history or whatever else they have to offer to the court.
Yeah, I'm gonna have at least one to maybe two witnesses.
All right, so do you want a PSI or waive PSI and bring it back at an earlier time?
Yeah, let's bring it back at our.
All right, so if you'll confer with Ms. Ferguson on what date you want to bring it back, and we'll bring it back on that date. You're welcome. So what date?
20th.
October 20th?
Yes.
All right. All right, so probation, this is going to come back on October 20th. They waive PSI. All right, are you all ready on Santa Maria?
Yes, Judge.
All right, if you'll come up. All right, so number one. I understand from your attorney that I guess your address was in the system incorrectly, but the address they put in the system is the address they have for you. And that's an address that somebody has given to them. Either they get it from your driver's license or either that's what they told you. So they're not in charge of hunting you down, trying to make sure you haven't moved. That's what you have to do, because when a card goes out and it goes out to the address that's your last known address, the court is, that's your problem, right? So you need to make sure that it is correct, and you made sure that his address is correct in the system.
I already did, Judge. I'll go back and make sure that it's entered correctly. The clerk even came back and to verify that.
All right, so if you're moving, you have to let them know.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, the address that your attorney has now had placed in the system, that's your address. If you move somewhere else, it's probably not gonna get forwarded to the next address. And then you're gonna have a warrant issued. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, if you'll recall the warrant, I'm sorry, any objections to the recalling of the warrant? If you'll recall the judge's warrant, please. All right, so where are we on discovery?
This is the first study. I think I looked at the state's file, and I think they were requesting and trying to get some footage out of the bar. I don't know if it's already up there. So if that's uploaded already, I think we have everything we need.
All right, and state, were you able to tender an offer?
Yes, Judge.
And I need to check some immigration consequences on this case.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, if you recall this in 30 days for a plea deadline date? All right, so we're gonna be back on November 6th. They're gonna give you a reset form, so you'll know when you're supposed to be here, okay? All right, thank you. Once you just have a seat, your attorney will bring the reset form to you. Once you sign that, you're free to go.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, the court is calling 2025 CR 002723 State versus Leroy Eugene Smith. Could I have parties announced?
Rick Pena for the state of Texas.
Michael DeLeon for Mr. Smith?
And are you Mr. Smith?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We are not, Your Honor. We are proceeding on the lesser included offense of assault causes bodily injury, family member.
No objection.
Counsel, you received all discovery and reviewed it with your client?
I have, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of assault causing bodily injury to a family member as a Class A misdemeanor. Range of punishment is up to $4,000 fine and up to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses. The state would call in the right to remain silent. Did you understand by entering this plea, you're giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Many, yes.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
He does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I do.
Mr. Smith, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea? Anyone promised you anything other than the plea? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
If you're not a U.S. citizen by entering this plea, you will be deported, not allowed re-entry, and denied naturalization. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of assault causing bodily injury family member. They're asking that your punishment be assessed at 146 days in the Bexar County Jail. And how many days is he having?
146.
And there's a $500 fine. There are no applications. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with Amari Poe and Jasmine Hunt. Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that to be the entirety of your plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense?
That's correct, Judge.
State?
That is the plea, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
There have not.
Then to the lesser included offense, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. At this time, state offers into evidence, State's Exhibit 1 with all attachments.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, and state, have you spoken with the complainant?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state, you may be excused. Did you review the waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call, and the right to remain silent? Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find that there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. All right, state and defense, why should I accept this plea?
It's a good resolution to it.
I need to clear the record, Your Honor.
Yes.
With this one, we had attempted, but we had not made contact yet with the mother
Mhm.
of the child, and that is the reason for the plea as it is, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. The court is going to sentence you to a $500 fine, time and money running concurrent, 146 days in the Bexar County Jail. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with Amari Poe and Jasmine Hunt. Court will show that the judgment is satisfied. Did you review the trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So we can go off the record. From reading this, you don't have the patience or the self-control to be around children and to parent children based upon what I've read here. And it appears that the only reason why this offer is being extended or was extended is because the state has been unable to contact the child's mother. So this is what I know from my time living on the planet. When you raise your hand to a child in anger, that's not a good thing, because the only thing you're teaching them is that might makes right. You're not teaching them anything. They're just learning to be afraid of you, and they're not learning anything else. And then when they go through life and they have children, they're going to say, what did my stepfather do? Right makes right. And then that's what's going to end up happening. And that's not a good thing. And then when children are young, guess what? They're going to cry. Babies, they cry. They don't know how to communicate, and that's how they communicate. They cry. Guess what? If a child cries, usually one, they're hungry, their diapers need changing maybe, or maybe they just want to cry because they can't express themselves. And you got to be able to be patient enough to deal with that.
Judge, I would say for him that he's never been to the courthouse before. You're not gonna see him again.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mhm.